video, I'll be showing you how to make delicious homemade ravioli from scratch. This recipe will make ravioli for 8 and can be filled any way that you like. There are many different ways to cut and seal ravioli. For instance, a ravioli stamp or a ravioli mold. However, in this video, I'll be demonstrating how to use 2 items that almost everyone has in their kitchen: a 2-inch biscuit cutter or cookie cutter, and a trusty fork. We'll be using a pasta roller to roll out the ravioli, in this case the KitchenAid Professional 600 Pasta Roller Attachment. However, feel free to use any pasta roller machine, including these hand crank models. As they say in Italiano, andiamo! Step 1. Make the pasta dough. To make the pasta dough, we'll need about 2.25 pounds of all-purpose flour. This is more flour than you'll need and includes flour for rolling out the pasta dough later. You'll also need 8 eggs, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil. Crack 8 whole eggs into the mixing bowl. Add to the eggs 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil. Give it a quick whisk. Fit the stand mixer with the dough hook attachment. Add to the eggs about half of the flour that you've measured out. That's about 1 pound or 18 ounces. When mixing dough by hand, you always want to start with a small amount of flour and add more as needed. We want to do the same here. Start the stand mixer on low speed. In reality, the KitchenAid Pro 600 works best with large quantities, so feel free to double the batch of dough. Pasta dough freezes really well, so making a double batch of pasta dough will keep you well supplied for many meals. After about a minute, the flour in the middle will be well incorporated with the eggs. You may notice, however, that the flour on the outside has not yet been incorporated. This commonly happens with the KitchenAid Pro 600 if you are working with a smaller quantity of ingredients, as we are here. To solve this problem, stop the mixer after about a minute and use a spoon or spatula to push the flour along the edges towards the middle of the bowl. You should only need to do this once. Turn the mixer back on low. When even the edge flour is beginning to incorporate and the dough is starting to form a ball, increase the mixer speed to about 4. Continue to mix for 1 to 2 more minutes. When almost all the flour has been incorporated, stop the mixer, pull the dough off the dough hook, flip the dough so that unincorporated flour is facing the top, and place the dough ball in the center of the mixing bowl. Like this! As predicted, we have a lot of flour left in our original bowl. Now that the flour is fully incorporated, it's time to knead. Turn the mixer back on at a low speed of about 4, and let the dough hook knead the dough ball for about 5 minutes. During the kneading process, you may notice that the dough is beginning to stick to the bottom of the bowl. It's always better for the dough to be too wet than too dry. If this happens, simply add about a 1/4 cup more flour, a little at a time. The 5-minute knead should be more than enough time to incorporate this last bit of flour. After 5 minutes, the dough ball should look like this. Stop the stand mixer, remove the dough ball, wrap well with plastic wrap, and let the dough ball rest in a cold area, like a refrigerator, for 1 hour. After the dough has rested, it's time to stretch. Cut the dough in half with a dough scraper or a large knife. Wrap 1/2 tightly with plastic wrap to prevent the pasta we are not working with from drying out. Divide half of the pasta dough into 4 equal pieces. Take one of the 4 pieces and cover the rest. One piece of pasta will produce about 10 finished raviolis. Flour the dough well and roll or press the pasta into a 1/4 inch thick rectangle. Start the pasta machine at the setting of 1, the widest setting. Feed the pasta into the machine short side first. After this first pass, fold the pasta like a letter and roll once again to a 1/4 inch thick. The purpose of the letter fold is to ensure that the pasta extends uniformly. With the setting still at 1, feed the pasta into the roller short side first. Pass the pasta through the roller again at a setting of 2. Pass through again at a setting of 3. A setting of 4. And a setting of 5. After this pass, your sheet of pasta will be long and possibly a bit unwieldy. For this reason, you may want to cut the pasta in half for the final pass. Like this. Lightly flour both sides, and this time at a setting of 6, pass each sheet of pasta through the roller one last time. At this point, the pasta will be just a bit translucent, as you can see here. Starting with 2 sheets of pasta, you are ready to make the first of the ravioli. Lay 1 sheet of pasta on a well-floured surface. Using a ravioli stamp or a cookie cutter, lightly score the pasta so that you know where to place the filling. Scoring helps us ensure that the ravioli is evenly spaced and lets us put filling in the center of each ravioli. Add a heaping teaspoon of filling in the center of each ravioli score. Leave plenty of room for a good seal around the filling. Here we've erred on the side of less filling, something we recommend for beginners who are not using a ravioli mold. To help seal the 2 sheets of pasta together, brush a generous amount of egg yolk wash around the ravioli filling. Cover with the second sheet of pasta. Lay the pasta sheet gently on top and position so that the bottom layer of pasta is completely covered. Starting with one side, use your fingers to press around each mound of filling. We want to press in a way to avoid trapping air and creating bubbles in the pasta. Here we press from left to right and from inside to out in order to squeeze any air out the open sides. Here's a closer look. Use the cookie cutter to cut around each mound of ravioli filling like this. So far we've used the egg yolk wash and the process of cutting the ravioli to help seal the pasta. To be extra sure that the ravioli is sealed, use a fork to crimp the edges of each ravioli like this. You may want to flour your fork between ravioli. Transfer the ravioli to a well-floured surface or parchment paper. Make the rest of the ravioli. If you don't plan to cook the ravioli immediately, store in the refrigerator. To cook the ravioli, gently slide the ravioli into a large pot of boiling water. Cook for 3 to 5 minutes until the ravioli floats. Transfer the ravioli to a large skillet and finish off with a sauce of your choice. Click to check out our recipe for butternut squash ravioli topped with a savory onion puree. Or go gourmet with this authentic Italian recipe for meat-filled ravioli topped with truffle sauce. subscribe below for more recipes like this from Italy and beyond.